everyone, we are back with Glenn Velvet Reviews today, and if you saw, I was working on a project. I was cleaning up the wires under the TV, all right, making sure it looks nice for everybody, and pretty much, you know, what was going on there. And Julie, you don't need to come out of the cage and make noise. No one wants to hear you. Stay in the cage. Oh, man, this birds, man, what a stinking. Anyway, so I got this. Let's open this up, set it up, see what's up, and go from there, all right? All right, so we went with this. This is the Roku Streambar. They have this or they have the Pro. I decided to go with this one because the other ones were probably gonna, it was gonna be too loud for what we were gonna need. And the other thing was it had that special remote where it had the headset that you can, it's called the quiet remote or whatever. You can put your headset into the remote. That's only on the Pro, but the Pro wasn't on sale. And I couldn't really justify the price upscale of that. If I was gonna get the Pro, I probably would have been looking at other options for sound bars. This was great value for the price that I saw, at least, you know, that's going on here. But this is what the box looks like. If you guys wanna give that a pause, if anything is important, you know, there that you guys wanna see. Sometimes, you know, you'll be seeing this in the store, and that's what it will, you know, look like. All right, so this is the quick start guide that they give you. I always like, you know, like to put up the instructions because I am known to lose my instructions, and at least it's easy to come back, you know, to one location, get all the instructions, and then also while you're, you know, reading the, you know, while you're reading the instructions or whatever, at least you have the product to, you know, see at the same time, so which will be really cool. I know they have them online, but I found it's a little, sometimes you have to register and sign up for stuff, and it's kind of a pain in the butt. They give you like a little sticker thing. It says I love Roku. I don't know if you can even see that, but it says I love Roku. I don't know why or what I would do with that. So the sound bar is going to come out first on the top over here, and this is what it looks like. I mean, it's nothing too crazy. That's the size of it. That's why I put that there. All right, and you guys can kind of get a view of, you know, what to expect, you know, it to look like. All right. All right. And then these are all the ports that they got on the back. If you guys want it, because you got, you know, you're going to see which port's going to be. You got the digital, you got the HDMI, you got USB, you got a, what's that, a reset button, and then you have the power button. So I'm most likely, well, we're going to see what they give us, but we don't know. And it has the two mounting holes right here that we're going to be using because I do want to mount this on the TV. We're going to go with a really clean look. And that was part of the project that I had going on, all right, is to have a nice clean look on the TV, all right? All right, on the bottom is like a pretty cool little layout. So you can see you got your wires and everything in there. All right, got our remote, got the little plastic on it, has a little Roku tab on the bottom. I guess you could put a keychain or something like that on there, which is cool if you want to put something to find it in the dark or whatever. Maybe that'll be cool. Has a little presets on there, just like the normal, you know, other remotes that you see out there. You know, it's pretty standard. What's really cool is they do give you Duracell batteries. You know, so that's a good thing. You know, they're not cheap on the batteries. Roku, good job. All right, that shows some quality. You know, at least I know it's the small details, but sometimes small details matter, guys. You know, I don't know what you guys do for a living, if you sell products or whatever, but the details sometimes do matter. All right, I'm going to stick these in the remote so I don't forget. Otherwise, they're going to go missing or something and whatever. Now, the remote's, you know, regular layout. Look at the volume over here. You got a mute over here, which is cool. But everybody has the same thing right now for a remote. You know, all your Fire Sticks or, you know, whatever sticks that are even out there of smart TVs. They're really all the same with this kind of thing. They all started just following a pattern for everybody. I guess just to make it easier, have a standard across the nation. But here's your power supply right here. It does say Roku on it, not a third party. Like I said, this is the details, and you would expect that though. Roku is a huge company. It's traded on the stock market now. I know the stock has not been doing the greatest. Maybe we'll look at that stock later and we'll see what's up. Let me see how much time I have. But I did trade the Roku stock like a month ago. And, you know, I don't remember if I think I shorted it, and I mean, whatever. We'll see what happens. But anyway, back to the thing. This is a really cool power cord because it does say Roku on it. Here's the other part of the power cord that's going to plug in. They give you HDMI cables. They're like standard cables, nothing special. They don't say Roku on them. Yeah, it would have been cool if they said Roku on them. I mean, I would have given them even more of a thumbs up because, you know, it is a big company. But like maybe not even Roku, just an R or something. Just would have been, you know, really sexy, I think. But it comes with this little strap that you can strap it in. And then they also give you the digital cable as well. All right, guys, I think I'm gonna end up using the digital cord instead. I'm gonna use this instead of using the HDMI because I looked at the back of my TV. Your setup, everyone's gonna be different. This is a Samsung curved 65-inch TV. They came out with these a couple of years ago. It was a cool thing. So, you know, whatever. But anyway, so we're gonna do something with that. But I'm gonna use the digital. This way I don't use that HDMI over there. And the digitals are really cool. It has like a little door on it. You have to make sure when you're using the digital cable though, you have to take off this cover because there is a little protective cover on there. They always put that on there on all of them, I notice. But the only thing I don't like about this Roku is that when you have your cover, okay, the cover that I just took off, they should have it attached to it. All the ones that I bought before, at least from Bose and Sony, the lids, guys, were attached to this. So now, if I wanted to take it off, store it, I had the cover always on there. If you have the cover, like I just showed you, it pops off. I am never gonna find this again. It's gone forever. All right, just to let you know. All right, everyone, that's it for Glenn Velvet Reviews on the unboxing review of it. The only reason I separate these is because, you know, too long of a video, everyone gets bored. I have ADD, I lose attention, and also, it'll be easier to know you're looking for the instructions. They're going to be in this video. If you're buying it used, if you're looking for certain parts, you can see what's up, look at the video and say, oh, that's supposed to be in this box, or read the instructions or whatever. And that's kind of why I do that. All right, everyone. So that's it for Glenn Velvet Reviews. I just did the unboxing. Like I told you guys before, it's a lot easier for me to separate the videos because I have ADD, and it's just a little bit hard for me with the attention, you know, and also I find it's easier for the viewers to have shorter videos. The unboxing I make mostly is for if people are going to be buying it used, or they're looking to see what was supposed to be coming into it, if they're looking at it, you know, whatever later on, or if they want to see the instruction manual as well, they can come back to just this video, look at the instructions, and that's it. It's just more organized. I feel it's easier for me and everyone else to keep them, you know, small and separate like that. All right. But we're going to come back. We're going to do the installation on the TV. We're going to hook this thing up. I got some brackets we're going to test out. We're going to obviously go over the review of it like I like to do with the setup. But we're all going to do that. That's going to be a pretty, you know, big video. That's why we're going to put all that together in the next one, all right? But if you have any questions or comments, please post them down below. I would love to know. Also, subscribe to my channel. Join me on my review adventures as I try to put up stuff to help out the community, just like I get help from the community, all right? And if you can, unless you dislike me for any reason, you can support the channel by clicking on the affiliate links below. Somehow, some way, times a million, it equals up into something. I don't know. But from what I saw, there are other ways to support the channel on YouTube, which is really cool. And if you do decide to support the channel, please make sure you check back to the channel, see that I'm putting that support back into it, getting more stuff to review, doing updates on the stuff that breaks that I am reviewing, and also helping my subscribers out with any questions that they have on the products that I am reviewing. All right, so everybody enjoy. Glenn Velvet Reviews is out. Bye-bye.